Hey everybody, how are you? This is another Pesach program interview coming up with a special guest uh, from a program in Thailand this year. So if you're looking to branch out and go to Thailand, this is the video you really want to see, um, and that you want to join. So thanks everybody for jumping on. Just waiting for them to join here. There we go. Invite. So we'll wait a second, but thanks for jumping on. We'll have probably a couple more folks. So there we go. All right. Hey Ellie, how
Hey
are you?
Donnie,
It's always good to put a name to a face with some of these videos. It's great.
sure.
All right. Good. So, obviously people will jump on. We already see a couple people joining, and so thank you guys for jumping on. As I mentioned, this is it's gonna be a nice interview with a Passover program this year, if you're interested, in Thailand, right? So, if you are interested in going away this year to a very tropical, exotic place in Thailand, we're speaking with the owner, Ellie, from Aussie Pesach. And if you have any questions again during the interview, feel free to post or comment them, and we'll get them answered. So Ellie, good, thanks for jumping on. Why don't we quickly start? Give people background, right? How long Aussie Pesach has been around for? How many years you guys have been doing kosher travel programs? Let's talk about that, and then we'll dive into what everyone wants to know, which is price and crowd and all the juicy stuff. So go ahead.
Sure. Well, thanks for having me. And just before we start, I would like to give a little l'chaim to all the operators that all the Pesach programs that happen this year, they should all be successful and everyone should do very well and have no major issues. L'chaim.
Amen.
Everything's run very smoothly. As an operator, I know that a lot of effort and a lot of time goes into these projects down to the finest detail. So we just hope that all the effort people put in, everything works out well.
Yeah.
A quick summary of where we're coming from. Aussie Pesach, I've been involved in the industry for about 8 years. 3 years, I started in South Africa in 2014 to 2014, 15, 16 was in South Africa and different places here with a friend of mine over here. Then it was 3 years in Australia with a friend over there who had a big high-end catering company, and we did 3 years over there. And then we were planning to do Pesach in Thailand in 2020 when COVID hit and all programs had to cancel almost last minute. So it's been 6 programs over the last 10 years,
Great.
and we're finally coming to the dream of doing Pesach in Thailand. I'm doing it together with another Eli Shoam from Keshet Travel in Israel. He's been doing kosher tours to Thailand for a long time, and he's always wanted to do a Pesach there. We met years
Sure.
ago, and when we were meant to do
So
it before
two
COVID.
Ellie Pesach program in Thailand for those of you guys that just joined. So 10 years and going very strong. So thanks for that, and thanks for being part of the industry. It's a growing industry. People love new destinations. Thailand is one of those amazing new destinations. So thanks for really jumping on a destination for people to attend. Quick question for you. Everyone wants to know this. It's probably a big question. I like to kind of keep this apples to apples. So 2 adults, 1 standard room, right, in your program. What is it for the entire stay? No flights included, just the obviously all inclusive hotel, food, the whole programming, entertainment, the whole shebang. What does that typically cost? 2 adults, a couple, or 2 singles, right? In 1 standard room. What's the cost for that?
5,900.
$5,900.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Great. So that's terrific. That's great. I mean, that's a wonderful price for those
It's
that
really good price. We do have, because this hotel actually has a really big range of rooms. You have from a regular deluxe room to bigger suites to 2-bedroom villas with a pool. So our
got.
pricing range actually goes from $5,900 for a regular room for a couple,
Mm-hmm.
to 1-bedroom suites for 10, 2-bedroom suites for 12, 13.
Okay.
And then you get two-bedroom villa with your private pool for 20.
Oh, that's amazing. A private pool in your villa. That's really cool. So talk about the crowd. Everyone, they go away, right? Price is good. They get their flights. They always want to know what type of crowd you're bringing. Would you say, what type, is it a more of a mixed crowd? Would you get
Well,
more
people
thrifty?
ask that about every program. I mean, there are some programs that people have gone to and they find that it's kind of just one type of, crowd. But most programs are mixed. I mean, we're going to get my main clientele is from Australia. So, we've got already over 100, 150 Australians booked and paid.
Yep.
I'm doing it together with other Ellie who's bringing a group from Israel.
Hmm.
So there'll be the Israeli group, there'll be Australian group.
That's great.
We've already got a few from London.
Okay.
Got a lot of American inquiries coming in.
Great.
So it will be a mix. It's kind of going to be divided up this year to Israeli and non-Israeli, because the Israeli second night will be doing something different, where the non-Israeli will be doing second Seder. So we'll have two different
Right.
dining areas, one for them, one for us,
Right.
and also for the last night of Pesach as well.
Gotcha. So let's move to what everyone really, really wants to know about, which is the food, right? Who's catering? What type of food are you going to have? Give us, wet our lips a little bit here.
Okay, so it's all about the food. So to make everybody happy, first of all, we have the whole entire resort. So we have actually the hotel chefs, which are high-end Thai chefs that come from international restaurants and hotels, and they've done it all, seen it all. We are going with so they're going to be doing a lot of the Thai-themed, fresh foods, fruit juices. They've got a whole fruit juice smoothie bar on entry. So we've got the hotel chefs. We're bringing in two or three chefs from Israel, and we're also bringing a chef from Australia, just so that we have like all different cuisines covered. I've had calls this week saying, "Are you going to have Moroccan fish and gefilte fish and smoked salmon?" You're going to have. I'm like,
Wow.
yes. I got one call this week saying, "We really want to book. We just want to make sure that you're going to have a lot of kugel." So yes, we're going to have a lot of kugel. We're going to have a lot of yapchik. There's going to be cholent. There's going to be all different types of meats and carving stations, etc.
Great.
We start the night before Pesach. Most people check in the day before. We'll be doing a big outdoor welcome barbecue by the beach,
Yep.
with a bit of a fire show and a bit of an entry. And then, like the standard Pesach programs, there'll be 3 meals a day with tea rooms running between and after. There's also a beachfront restaurant at the front of the resort by the beach. There's a separate restaurant, which we're actually, because we have the whole resort, we're taking that as well. We'll be setting up a separate restaurant. If people don't want to go to the main dining room, you want to do something different, it's an adults-only restaurant, so a couple can have a break and go sit at the restaurant and have their dinner there.
That's great. Oh, that sounds amazing. So we talked about the price, we talked about the crowd, we talked about the food, right? Maybe talk about a little bit about the programming entertainment, right? Who's coming? What do you guys have? Obviously, Chol Hamoed this year, we only got, it's a small one, short one. So, what type of entertainment and programming you have, and you could also weave in some parts or amenities about the hotel that you guys may have. That's a little bit of a key differentiator.
Sure. So basically, I mean, we're not going to give away all our secrets. We like some of the things to be element of surprise for the guests. But we do have many Hollander coming for the first half. Is going to be putting on a really cool show, first night Chol Hamoed, when we're going to be doing a big dairy dinner outdoors. After 3, we have this year, you got Pesach into Shabbos. So we're going to, after 3 days of meat, we're going to have to do a bit of a dairy meal, give people a break.
Right.
We'll be doing that outdoors.
Are you also offering the Shabbat afterwards, I assume?
Yeah, so we have to. I mean, Pesach ends Thursday night. We're far. Some people will go to different destinations around Asia. Like Friday morning, you can go down to Bangkok or Koh Samui, Singapore, Hong Kong. You can get to these places Friday morning.
Yep.
We'll be doing that. The Israelis that finish Wednesday, they'll probably be flying back Wednesday night or something to Israel. The internationals will be staying, and we're going to, Thursday night, we turn over the kitchen.
Yeah.
And we'll be doing really cool Shabbos with challah, whiskey, sushi bars, big Kiddush, things that we weren't able to have the whole Pesach. We'll be doing at that Shabbos.
That's awesome. That's great. It sounds terrific. So, for some...
Yes, all of my trips that you asked about, we actually do have a tour company in Bangkok who's working with us. We will be sending out a list of all the options that people can pick from. I mean, we were there a month ago. They took us to see the monkeys, to see the elephants. Crazy, beautiful views of nature there as well on these drives. And then there's also a brand new water park an hour away. So we're going to have a bus go down to the water park
Right.
both days Cholamoid, and we're actually going to set up lunch over there. So everyone wants to stay at the hotel can stay there. Lunch will be at the hotel. Whoever wants to
Gotcha.
take the kids to this amazing water park, go there. Lunch will be there, and all be sorted.
That's amazing. Okay, cool. So you got a water park, the zoos. A lot. There's a lot to do in Thailand. I mean, Thailand's one of those places where, again, I had never been. It's one that's on my bucket list, but I would love to attend one of these days.
For the
And-
adventurous type, in America, there's plenty of programs in New York and Florida and Mexico, but this is for the people that have done that already, or the
yep.
people that want to go see these places,
Right.
want to go and have to find kosher food wherever they go. They want to go time when they can go for 2 weeks of Pesach, everything's
Exactly.
sorted.
Exactly. So, I mean, talk about the people that are coming from overseas, let's say, or even from Europe. I mean, Thailand is a interesting place to get to, right? How are flights booked? I mean, first off, is it easy to get there, or where do they have to go? Is there stopovers? Talk a little about the
Yeah,
way.
well, people from Australia are pretty direct flights. They do Melbourne to Bangkok or direct to Phuket, 9, 10 hours. That's easy. So that's why a lot of them are booked already. From Israel, it's quite easy. LL goes Tel Aviv direct to Phuket some days, if not through Bangkok or Hong Kong or something.
Mhm.
That's pretty easy. Europe, again, from London, Bangkok, Phuket, or London, Singapore, Phuket, you do the 10-hour flight, then you have a 1 hour connection. Those countries are all sorted. It's the Americans that are far. That's why there's only a few American families booked so far. We get a lot of inquiries. I think through your website, a lot of inquiries come in, and through a lot of other avenues. And I got an email today. Oh, we'd love to come. This looks gorgeous. Flight's a little bit long for the little kids. So for little kids, it would be rough. But for adults, teenagers, not a big deal. A lot of people flying New York, Singapore direct. It is a
Right.
long 17, 18-hour flight. But
Got
that
it.
whole plane is only premium or business class. So
Oh,
if you
good.
book a seat, you're automatically in premium. So it's quite comfortable.
Nice.
And then once you get to Singapore, it's an hour flight into
Okay.
Phuket.
That's not too bad.
Also, or you do it on through the Middle East. You could do it on Emirates or Qatar, and you do
Yep.
12 hours in Dubai. Some people are stopping there for the day to
Yep.
run and check it out, break it up, and then you do Dubai into Phuket, 6 hour flight.
Gotcha. Okay. So you actually just jogged my memory. Another big thing that people really want to know about is talk to me a little bit about the kids programs that you have on the program, right? So
Hotel actually has their own little building for the kids club, which is with a
oh,
sand pit and a TV room and a games room and a toys room. So they've actually got their own building on the side. So obviously we'll have the hotel has staff
yeah,
that manage that. We're still bringing girls out, probably a nice team of 5 girls just to manage each group.
okay,
So probably from 3 to 6 is one, 6 to 9 is one, 9 to 12 is one.
perfect. So
And
the
teams
managing
club for elders.
counselors, the whole shebang. And are you also taking over the entire hotel this year?
Yes, we are.
Okay, oh, that's great. That's great. That's a big one. Um, great. Anything else that that stands out, that you want people to know about the beautiful Thailand program you're having in Phuket?
So listen, it is for the adventurous people. It is for people that want to have like a hot Pesach on the beach. It is a huge resort. You come from the highway to the beautiful lobby.
Yeah,
You'll go the building with the regular hotel rooms, and then there's all these beautiful villas and suites through the gardens all the way to the beachfront. So we are on the beachfront once you get to the other side.
right.
Um, that's one good point. The other point
And
is we will be
on
getting.
sorry, Ellie, on that point, though, you mentioned the weather. The weather is pretty
It's
nice.
summer. It's gonna be hot. It's going to be hot. Probably 25, 30 degrees, which in your language is, I don't know, it's 90.
Right, 90 degree. Okay, 89. That's okay. That's great. Okay, and
Um,
you said outside.
Yeah, they also once it is far, but once you get there, you're on holiday because you can book a nanny. It is an extra cost, but you can have a nanny be there on arrival. She'll be your nanny for the full duration. We're giving them rooms in the hotel, putting a few up there or next door, and they'll be there in the morning. You can tell them be there 9 to 5 every day, or be there during the evenings, and it's your nanny for Pesach to
Wow,
knock on your door every morning, take care of the little ones, just for when you need.
that's amazing. Is that? I'm assuming that's an extra cost. Like, do you have an idea of what
That'll be an
that?
extra cost. Putting the kids in the kids club, that's
Yeah,
obviously all included.
that's
But if somebody wants their own private nanny, if they just want nights, they can book just nights. But if they
yeah,
want full time, they can do that as well because we have the
that's great.
hotel camera for us.
Sounds amazing. Sounds like relaxation. Just just to actually have a vacation instead of a trip. Terrific. So I think the last question I always have for Passover program owners and operators out there is, how what other ways out there, should people be searching for as various programs? Like in your mind, right, what is the most important things that people should be looking for when they look for Passover programs, right? Should they be looking more, on the food side? Should be looking more on, the hotel? Like what's your view of, there's so many people out there and it's a very daunting task. There's a lot of Passover programs out there. We just talked about that prior to the call, right? If you had to give some advice to people joining and seeing this, right, what would you say the best way to find a Passover program would be?
Well, firstly, you just start off by jumping on Google, typing in Passover programs, and all the websites, including yours, pop up right at the top, and you just click and go through them. So first, go through the whole list. Then email them for a quote or call them if you're more serious. And then also look at the videos and the photos of what they've done in the past to get an idea of what they're doing.
Yeah.
Because some people advertise really fancy and it's quite basic. Some people don't advertise many photos and they put on an amazing show. So operators should be putting out photos and videos of what they offer, and people should be looking at that and checking out the references. Your WhatsApp groups and Facebook page reviews that you guys have is a great method for people to do some research. But listen, with the internet today and with all the social media, it's quite easy. You just go to the guy's website, have a look, and do some research and speak to someone that's been there before. That's the best way.
That really is the best way. It's absolutely. If you need referrals, you can always ask for referrals. There's our Passover program reviews group, as of course, that you can take a look at, the WhatsApp, the PassoverListings.com, and of course, check out Aussie Pesach. So the last thing is, how do they contact you? Of course, they can go to Passover Listings and find Aussie Pesach in Thailand, and they can also go to your website.
They can come to my website, which is AussiePesach.com. They can see us on Facebook, Instagram. And just, if you don't remember the website, I had to spell Aussie, which is AUSSIE, Pesach, PESACH.com. You can just Google it because Google ads will pop up. You'll see it, or just type in Pesach in Thailand. I think we're the only one there this year. You'll be able to see all the details.
Right. That sounds good. We actually just got one question, by the way. If anyone's joining right now and you want to ask questions directly to the owner operator, feel free. Someone asked about the kashrut. Who's doing the kashrut? Who's it certified by?
We're using Rabbi Eliyahu Rottenberg, again, a third Eli. We went down to site 2 months ago with my partner from Israel and with the Hashgacha and with the chefs. We had a whole team meeting. I was Eli, my partner was Eli, and then the head mashgiach comes, the kashrus rabbi, and his name is also Eli. So the hotel is quite confused. All Jews called Eli. But
a triple threat right there. Eli.
But his name is Eliyahu Rottenberg. He's actually got quite a big name in Israel. He goes to Europe a lot and certifies a lot of the different kosher hotels over there. He came down. We brought him down 3 months ago already to walk around the site. And he said he's very impressed because we're actually lucky. It's a brand new hotel. It was only finished a year ago. So he said this kitchen's beautiful. It's clean. It'll be easy to kasher. So he was very happy with it.
Terrific. Okay, Eli. Thank you so much again. This has been.
I think the only one thing I might add that we might have missed. Just got an email now. Someone's asking about mixed swimming, which
yes,
we do.
Go ahead.
We do get that one quite a little bit. Luckily, this hotel has 3 pools, so most of the crowd want family-oriented style. So it's generally just the pools are open, whoever wants to go use it. But we are taking one of the pools, and we will do a few hours women only, a few hours men's only. So the answer is both.
Oh, terrific. That's great. So that you have that flexibility for people who, obviously a bit more religious and people who want a little bit more of a mixed feel. Terrific. That's great. Okay. Well, thank you so much. I mean, this has been great. Quick 15-minute interview, getting everybody the information that everyone wants so they can make a clear decision. Wonderful program again in Thailand. Check them out on PassoverListings.com, Aussie Pesach. And if you have any questions, you can feel free to reach out to us at Passover Listings. You can reach out to Aussie Pesach directly. And again, nice seeing you in person, and we'll hopefully catch up very soon. Thanks so much, Eli.
Thanks, Doug.
You got it.
See you. Bye.
Bye-bye.